Disclaimer, I just want to say that I'm not a professional relationship counselor and I really don't know what I'm talking about, but this is just my advice and I really hope it helps you. Okay, bye! Hello queens, I'm Shanice Teresa and welcome to my YouTube channel. So, as the holiday of Valentine's Day is coming up, and yo girl is single again, as always, I thought I would take Valentine's Day and I would put a little spin on it. So girls, every time this holiday comes around, there's always that, oh, I wish I was in a relationship, or your friends are in a relationship, and sometimes you feel lonely, and that's okay. But sometimes you have to realize that being in a relationship is not what you need. And I'm 22 years old, and I'm single on Valentine's Day, and I'm okay with that. We're not all ready to get in a relationship, commit to someone, and really put your all into it. So being single sometimes is important to better yourself and to set goals. Sometimes it's smarter to be single than it is to be in a bad relationship, and that's what a lot of girls get themselves into, is bad relationships. I came up with a couple things that help me realize that it's better to be single on Valentine's Day or every other day of the year until I'm fully ready to commit to someone. So let's get into the video. We live in the day and age where everybody has issues, like it's a fact. You can't say that you don't have any issues or you've never had issues. Women, or even men, whoever's watching this, everybody has to grow in some way. You're not perfect. I'm sorry, I'm not perfect, and nor will I ever be perfect. You can strive for perfection, but you will never be perfect. Although you're not perfect, and nor will the man that you're with will be perfect, you have to strive to get to as close as perfection as you can. If you have issues with yourself, you're not going to take your issues and put them on top of somebody else, because that's just a lot of baggage that nobody wants to deal with. You don't want to deal with baggage that a guy puts onto you, and you don't want to put baggage onto a guy. You have to deal with your issues before you can commit to somebody. We're not always confident at every second of our life. If you are not comfortable in your skin and you're not confident to own every second of your day, you are not ready to be in a relationship with somebody else. You need to be confident. You need to know that you are a queen. If you're not confident, guys are going to walk all over you, and that's a fact. Guys sense weakness, and girls, when they're weak and vulnerable, they will take anything that they can get. Vulnerability will make you do anything. So you need to find yourself before you wreck yourself, and that is a fact. Confidence radiates off of you. If you feel confident in yourself, you will attract what you need. Loving yourself may be different for everybody. And if you want to love yourself and you want to love somebody else, you need to figure out what is going to help you, how you're going to boost your confidence, and how you are going to love yourself first. Because loving yourself first is key in any relationship. Number 2, it's okay to be single on Valentine's Day because men mature a lot later than women. You may find someone who is gorgeous, but looks never beat intellectual, beat character, personality. In my opinion, the best man to look for is a mama's boy, and this is why. The mama's boy will respect you. A mama's boy will listen to you. A mama's boy will know how to take care of a woman. A mama's boy knows how to love. And if you can find a man who truly loves you, that is key in life. You can't change a bag. I'm sorry, ladies. Yes, mama's boys are sometimes soft, and sometimes you just really want a masculine man to take care of you. You can change a mama's boy, and you don't want to change the character and the personality of a mama's boy, but you can make a mama's boy into a strong man. If you really think you're going to choose the hottest guy ever and choose hotness over personality and character and how they treat people, you have a long thing coming, my dear, because a bag is not going to make you happy in the long run. I can tell you that right now. Maybe for a month, or maybe for a week, hopefully not a year, but eventually you'll figure out that he will not make you happy for the rest of your life. I'm not saying that you want someone who is perfect and isn't silly and doesn't want to have fun. I'm talking maturity intellectually. You can have fun, you can be silly, but at the end of the day, does your man have a job? Is he motivated to be better? Is he motivated to make you better? Does he treat you like the queen that you are, or does he treat you like a piece of meat? That's the maturity I'm talking about. Get up, get a job, and treat your woman right. That's the type of man you need. Not these low lives that will not grow up. In the long run, you are going to be stuck. I don't want that for you. Another reason why being single on Valentine's Day is okay is you have so much time to do what you want. And that's just not on Valentine's Day. That is in life in general. If you are single, you can set goals. You can conquer those goals. Go back to school. Get an education. Travel. Yes, it's always nice to travel with somebody, but sometimes you need to take that time to travel on your own to find yourself. Go with a girlfriend. Take a drive an hour away. You need time for yourself. Don't jump into relationship after relationship. Do things for yourself. Go do what you want to do before you commit yourself to somebody else and you have to think about somebody and not just yourself. And yes, sometimes having all that time may get lonely. That's what your friends are for. That's what your family is for. Yes, maybe your girlfriends or your guy friends may be in relationships and their time is spent with their other person. If you can't be by yourself, you can't be with somebody else. Don't know why you play these games. Come on now, say what you wanna. Relationships and guys can be very stressful. Not just guys, but in general, a relationship as a whole can be very stressful. You're thinking about somebody else all the time. You have to acknowledge their needs. You have to take care of what they want. You have to show them affection all the time. And sometimes loving someone is harder than it needs to be. Relationships put a huge toll on you. You're not thinking about just yourself. You're thinking about somebody else, the future you're gonna have with them. It can be a lot. Sometimes the relationship doesn't last and you go through heartbreak. Heartbreak really makes you feel like you're dying. Like, as dramatic as that is, your heart sometimes literally breaks. Relationships take a lot out of somebody, a lot of energy and a lot of time, and it can really be a strain on your life. If you are not ready for that, it is just not worth it. Your mental state is more important than the guy down the street or the guy that you met on an app that you think that you love. Realistically, you don't. You're in lust, my dear. That is not love. If you are mentally exhausted, if you second guess what you're doing, that is not love. Nor will you love this person. You are in a situation that you do not need to be in. Your mental health is more important than any guy will ever be. Did he cheat? Did he ghost you? Did he move on to somebody else? That sucks. And I'm not saying all guys are like that, and I'm not saying all relationships are like that, but that will happen some point in your life, and it will tear you apart. Being single is more important than hindering your mental health. You are better off without him. Tell him boy bye, because if he's doing those things to you, not worth it. See ya. Cut him off. Make the same mistakes, 'cause I'm bad in love. If you're single, false hope does not come into play. When you're in a relationship with someone that you think that you love and that you think that is your forever, you will give that person multiple chances when they hurt you. And that's just how we work. We want to see the best in guys. We want to see them strive in life. And when they hurt you, you just think of all the best things that did happen. Fool you once, shame on him. Fool you twice, shame on you, boo. And if he fools you 3 times, girl, move on. It is not worth it. It really is not worth it. Like Elizabeth Taylor says, pour yourself a drink, put on some lipstick, and pull yourself together. Because multiple chances is multiple times that you messed up. Just saying. You may think that you are in a great relationship, but there's a difference between someone saying they love you and someone who just doesn't want to be alone. Sometimes it's hard to figure out and notice. Sometimes you feel stuck because relationships are hard. You don't want to go through it again. But you need to truly love someone and not think that you do, because lust ends, my friend. There is a difference between loving someone and being in love with them. You can love the idea of someone, but they may not be good for you. Lust comes to an end, and you want a love that lasts forever. You are not lonely. Your time will come. Yes, sometimes being single is great, but eventually you are going to be ready to be in a relationship. When that time comes, that's going to be the greatest day of your life. Maybe the relationship may not last, but it will help you grow as a person. When you are truly ready to love someone, you will find your Prince Charming. Some girls find their true love quicker than some do. That's just luck. And it may suck because you may think that you'll never find your love, but you will. Just hold on tight. It is honestly a bumpy ride, but eventually the ride ends and you will be at the bottom and he'll be standing there. I'm not going to stay single forever, and I'm not telling you to be single forever, but I'm just saying that being single is okay. You don't have to be taken on Valentine's Day. You don't have to find a guy that will buy you roses and will buy you some stuffed animal and take you to some movie or some dinner that means nothing to you. You will find a guy that eventually will do those things for you, and that will make your heart melt every single time. And the best way to work hard on you is to be obsessed with yourself. There is nothing wrong with you. A queen fixes her crown every single day, and she fixes someone else's crown. You need to stand up for yourself. You need to love yourself and just truly be obsessed with who you are as a person, because confidence is key in every single day life. My best advice to give to you is truly just to be obsessed with yourself. I know my Prince Charming is out there because every queen has a king, and we will find them, and I promise you that. At the end of the day, it's all about you. Go with your gut. Trust your instinct. Don't date someone just because they're hot, or if they have money, or they drive that fancy car that you've always dreamed of being in, because eventually you'll be miserable. And at the end of the day, the blame is on you. Being single is okay. Being in relationships is okay. Valentine's Day is just another day of the year. Don't take it so seriously. Don't put yourself down because you're single on Valentine's Day. It's not worth it. It really isn't. I've been single on Valentine's Day every year of my life, and it really truly doesn't affect me. Happiness starts with me. Be smart, ladies. Be smart, men, if you're watching. Choose yourself first. Love truly does take time. You honestly have the rest of your life to think about. Don't push yourself to find someone on Valentine's Day. Don't think that you need to find someone tomorrow because you're 25 or almost 30 or just starting your 20s. It will come. I honestly, truly believe that it will come. Love takes time. Love is good. Love makes anybody feel good. Eventually, when you figure out who you are and what you truly need in life and what you deserve, your love will come around, and your love will be the greatest thing that you will ever have. I love you queens so much. It means so much to me that some of you are coming back. If this is your first video, thank you for watching. It means a lot to me that you guys are liking my videos and subscribing. So if you're new here, welcome. If you are returning, thank you so much. Don't forget to click the post notification bell, press the like button, and subscribe. And I will see you next week with another video. Bye, queens.
Yes, queen!
Once upon a time, the princess rose from the ashes her dragon lovers made of her, and crowned herself the mother queen of herself. How's that for a happily ever after?